Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this 7th episode in Season 3 of Good Questions with Cameron Dole. On this episode, we will have a special guest, actress, singer, certified makeup artist, social media influencer, and YouTuber Sasha Anne. We'll be talking about the movie Reed's Point, Bad Blood Never Dies, produced by Suzanne DeLaurentiis. We'll also talk about her debut single, Catch Me, I'm Falling, which is a remake of the 80s hit by Pretty Poison, which is on all streaming platforms. I also want to share a special moment in memoriam of my father. In the many years of doing interviews, my dad actually spent a morning with me during a visit in Nashville. A special segment with award-winning singer-songwriter John Barry, in which he shares a song, 40 Again. Of course, if you would, I'd please take the time to subscribe, comment, leave some feedback, and share with your friends. Be sure to follow on all the socials, and if you have a guest idea, just email me at gqwithcam@gmail.com. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back talking to Sasha Anne right after this. Actress, singer, writer, influencer, survivor, a little bit of everything. She wears so many different hats, and she wears them well. And she's also so kind to have put this interview on the back burner for a couple months as well. Sasha, I appreciate you taking the time and, like I said, for being so kind.
Thank you for having me, finally.
I kept telling her, I was like, she's going to give up on me. She's going to give up on me, but it's a privilege to visit with you. And Sasha, I know when we originally were going to talk about this, you had an upcoming new release that was back in April, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, and it's now out.
Yes. So tell us, how has hopefully the last couple months that you thought I was blowing you off have been better other places for you, huh?
Right. So the single's now out, finally, and it's on all streaming platforms, and the music video is on my YouTube channel, and the song is already probably over 200,000 Spotify streams by now, and over 1 million impressions in stores, and I got verified as an artist on Spotify, which is amazing, and on Monday, the music video was submitted to the Billboard Music Awards.
Wow. So I should be the one that's highly honored today to get the opportunity to talk to you. That's why it was all pushed back, because we had to wait for the big info,
Exactly.
The big reveal.
Yes.
Now tell us, when did you know that the music was going to be such a big part of your life? Did you always know? Was the music always a part of it as well for you?
Always, since I was young. I always loved to write. I always loved to sing, do like music videos in my room. But I never knew, this is what I never knew, how big it would become. How many views it would get, how many, do you say views? How many streams? I don't know the right lingo for it. How many streams, I guess. I had no idea how big it would become, but I knew that this is the path that I wanted to take. Singer, actress, that kind of thing.
Now, where did you first know that you had a special gift to share to brighten people's days as well? I know that that's a huge thing for you too, is to put a little light in people's lives.
Yeah, that's the best thing that I could possibly do. Just when someone smiled and say, you made my day, or just because of you, I didn't give up, or like keep doing what you're doing. That is all I could ask for. All I could ask for, nothing more. And I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I think when I realized that this is the path I want to take is when my parents said I have an ear for music, and people say that I inspire them through my writing. So I think that's when I realized that I want to keep doing this.
And we talked about, you've had the ups and the downs. You are a survivor. You beat a diagnosis. And how much did you learn from that has applied to everything that you've done, acting, music wise? And obviously, does it help you bring up emotions a little bit better than maybe you did before?
Interestingly enough, the chemo doesn't. I just think of other things in my life because the chemo wasn't that bad because I had my friends and family there for me. So that doesn't trigger anything. I think just not being able to do anything about what I was doing because everything was on a pause during that time, that was very frustrating for me. So I put out all that frustration into certain parts of my songs because I couldn't like, no one was doing anything. No one was helping me pitch stuff out because the world was on a pause.
Right.
So that was a little bit frustrating for me. But other than that, everything else was great. I just pushed through those 6 months of chemo, and I just continued to do what I love after.
Now, what did you learn most about yourself through that? And what have you learned now that you've seen the streams, the downloads, the successes of the music? I mean, what has that made you? Maybe has that solidified that dream was right?
Yes, I think that after and during chemo, I realized that you have no idea what could happen the next day. Every day is a blessing. And I always say, don't take it one day at a time. Just like put your all into everything each day because you don't know what could happen the next day.
That's right. Now, who was the biggest? Was it family and friends that was the biggest helping you get through the tough days, if you will?
Yes, and my followers also, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be doing this. So they kept me going too.
Now, how has going through things like that for you? What are the big things that the followers did that really inspired you? I mean, we always talk about having the followers that have done things. What was maybe one of the things that stuck out for you?
How supportive they were during the whole experience, and that they just loved what I kept doing every day, and they were there to support me through it all.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now that things have opened up and I'm scared to say that we're not on a pause anymore because,
don't jinx it.
Yes. So since things have laxed a little bit, has that made the social media a little easier? My daughter and I were going through your Instagram the other day. She goes, she really posts 3 times a day. She goes, she's impressive.
Do I post 3 times a day?
I don't. It may have just been a special day.
Maybe. I don't know. I think for some people, if they don't look at my posts like each day, all my photos come up like in one day for some reason because my manager posts once a day. But if people don't look at it, then it just comes all at once. So it's a little overwhelming for some people. So sorry about that, but not sorry.
Now, the social media side of things with the music, obviously, over the last couple of years has just blown up. And what is TikTok? I mean, what has that meant for you? I mean, that's something I didn't see coming the way it came.
I think that, well, for me, one of my TikTok videos went viral randomly, and that was right before COVID. Literally right before. It was the most random video. It was me and my voice coach at the time. She was teaching me how to pronounce a curse word in a song, and I mean, it's not the typical video you would really see on a normal day. And so I just posted it randomly, and just like I feel the way she was trying to teach it to me, and then my reaction to that probably got people laughing, and it blew up the next day. I really have no idea how the analytics work, but it's crazy. I think during COVID, TikTok just blew up. Now it's kind of like steady, but I got lucky during that time.
And the different ways that the music's able to be out there now. I mean, everybody used to, I could turn my camera over here and you could look at the tapes, and I don't have any 8 tracks, but I do have some vinyl, some CDs and stuff like that. But now the consumption is so much different. I mean, how hard is it to quantify the way the sales go? Is it a day by day now, or is it week by week? How do you do that?
So my record label just sends me, I I think it's just like the update on the song once every week or once every 2 weeks. Probably they'll send it at the end of this week, but it's been pretty good. Pretty amazing, actually. Like over 1 million impressions. I just can't wrap my head around that. That's crazy. Like, I never thought it would get to that point. And I think that we have a vinyl out and people could get it online. I don't know where the link is, but I will try to find it. But it's pretty awesome. I think it's really cool.
Now, are you a vinyl fan?
I don't know how to use them.
You don't know how to use them? I actually have a vinyl record player over there that my 17-year-old, until we got into the new house, she had taken it over. So once we got back in, I've got my own studio. I've got my vinyl player back myself. So I've got a record player here. So now, how old are you, Sasha?
I'm turning 23 July 3rd.
Just a pup.
Yeah.
Now, after seeing the success of the last single, what's the next project for you?
So I am promoting my movie Reads Points, and I think that a pilot comedy called On All Fours is coming out in a week or two. I think the first episode will be out soon, and I had a cameo in it. And it was so much fun to film. It was one day and I had one line, but it was the best line I could have done. I rocked that line. But it's really funny, and I think that everyone's going to like it. It's about cats and dogs. Everyone loves animals, I hope.
and if I had, I'll show you after we get done with the interview. We have dogs and cats that are part of our interview today as well. Now,
so On All Fours was produced by Suzanne DeLaurentiis, who's the same producer for my movie Reads Point, and On All Fours is also produced by. It's based on Jeff Lazarus's books, Dogtology and Catechism. But then I also have my talk show that I'm doing, and I talk about like the latest trends in entertainment, fashion, and beauty, and I have guests once in a while that I interview on it.
Now, when did you decide that the talk show was something you wanted to do? Was that therapeutic for you?
Yes, I like to get a perspective on other people in the industry and what they think of, like what they're doing, and just like get more detail on their thoughts about it and how they get into it. And people are very interested in like the latest trends in beauty and fashion, so I like to talk about that too.
And you share a little bit about that as well.
Yes.
On your socials.
Yes, I do. Definitely.
Now, Sasha, if folks want to keep up with the music, with the upcoming, the roles, the YouTube channel, all of the other stuff as well, where's the best place to keep up with all of it?
On my Instagram, where I'm very overwhelming, apparently. Simply Sasha Anne. That's Anne with an E. YouTube, Sasha Anne. And TikTok, Sasha Anne.
You keep it easy for us.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Sasha Anne, it has been a true privilege to have the chance to visit with you. Thank you so much for being so kind to let us put this one back.
Yeah, thank you.
And hopefully next time around we won't have to wait quite so long.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, like I mentioned, in memoriam of my dad, I wanted to share one of my highlight moments from my career, a morning and a moment that my dad was actually able to be a part of. This is all from a visit about 7 years ago during CMA Fest in Nashville, Tennessee. Hope you enjoy, and hope this touches you as well. What is there a specific song that you've done? Maybe a hit, maybe one of the extra tracks on an album or something. Is there one that really sticks out for you personally?
Probably 40 Again is probably the most impactful song. I mean, Your Love Amazes Me as far as a hit. Has been a song that people love, but 40 Again, as far as an impactful song at concerts that people really love to hear, and It's and that was on a record called Faces. It came out many years ago. It should have been a Father's Day record. It should have been a Father's Day marketed record, and the label missed the mark on that one.
There you go.
So,
Now, I'm looking at this beautiful Gibson guitar you got
Gibson
here.
Dove, yeah.
And so obviously, I'm sure you've got a song in mind this morning.
I could play that one.
That would be great.
Have you ever heard it before?
I don't know that I have.
40 Again was written by John Greenbaum and Troy Seals. And Troy's written so many great songs. And in 1995, I had recorded another song from the same album that was written by the same, well, let me see. It was on Faith. Let me see, what album was that on? If I Had Any Pride Left at All, was that on, I can't remember what that record that was on. But I guess it must have been on Standing on the Edge.
Mm.
And I played that at the 95 awards show. And it was written by Troy Seals, John Greenbaum. And that following December, they sent me this song, 40 Again, in the mail. And sent me a CD of it. And I got it the first week of December of 95. But they didn't know my dad died Thanksgiving morning of 95.
Yeah.
And but boy, I heard this song. I said, yeah, I think I got to cut that one. Still the same old neighborhood like many years ago. Houses sit in white picket frames like Rockwells in a row. I've always been a rebel son, but Daddy didn't mind. He wanted me to chase my dreams the way he did one time. Now he's sitting on the front porch as I get out of my car, and as my father's eyes meet mine, there's one wish in my heart. I'm wishing my dad was 40 again. He would be young, I would be 10. We would go fishing, throw an old ball around, wash his old truck, go into town. Can never go back to the way it was then. But just for today, I wish he was 40 again. Now we'll sit and talk for hours of life out on the road, where I've been and what I've seen, and journeys left to go. Mama looks at both of us, you're like two kids, I swear. Then the stories turn to laughter before the leaving turns to tears. And wishing my dad was 40 again. He would be young, I would be 10. We would go fishing, throw an old ball around, wash his old truck, go into town. Can never go back to the way it was then. Just for today, I wish he was 40 again. Oh, and just for today, I wish he was 40 again.
Oh, you got me.
Isn't that a song?
He got me good on that one, that's for sure. That's that was amazing. Thank you.
It's a great piece of music, and I just feel blessed I got to record it. And it's always just been a real favorite of folks at our shows.
I truly want to say thanks again for joining us for this episode of Good Questions with Cameron Dole. If you ever have a comment, a question, or anything else you'd like to know. Just hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at GQ with Cam. If you have a special guest idea, just email me, gqwithcam@gmail.com. We would like to say thanks to our good friend Brandon Allen for coming up with our theme music and sharing it with us these past couple of seasons. Check him out anywhere you stream your music. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. More episodes coming real soon.